Greetings, Cubs. Welcome and welcome back again. It's time to step into the lion's den. So y'all already know what it is. Today is the reading. We're going to talk about Lucas and his scandal. So yeah, Lucas has gotten into a scandal of basically being an alleged manipulator, someone who has manipulated his girlfriends into buying him expensive stuff. And for the most part, that seems to be the biggest, or it was the biggest issue that was causing him to get canceled and causing setbacks for their music video and all kinds of trouble. I'm also hearing that there may be some alleged SA that is involved. I'll try to remember to write that down in there if y'all don't know what trigger warning SA or mentions of SA is. So we're gonna get all into Lucas's business, see what I can find of what may be true, what may not be true. Please keep in mind that everything that I read on is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I am doing my best to find out information and interpret it, and interpret my cards the way I see it. I am not saying that any of this is true, and I cannot guarantee you that any of this will become true. So please take each of my readings with a grain of salt. And let's just hop right into it. So first off, I'm going to use some of my favorite oracles to get into his business. We're just going to get into the nitty gritty of it. We're just going to get into it, okay? I'm going to start off with this deck since it's the last one in my hand. Let's get into Lucas's business. And we're shuffling. Alright, Lucas. Tell me about Lucas and his scandal and what's true, what's not true. Okay, so first we have Thumbelina. She's expectations. Next we have Vasilla the Brave, courage. Brother and sister, transformation. And what came of picking flowers, greed. So there does seem to be some truth to Lucas being bad and bougie. I also definitely am picking up that there is a sense of people being pretty bitter because they were curved. So I do feel like there's a sense of some of these women didn't get any from him and they're pretty upset about that. Especially with this brother and sister thing. Like, I guess they weren't expected to be kept on this level of like, oh, you're just a Nuna who's gonna buy me good stuff, or, just, sibling zoned, I guess. I definitely feel like there were some of those who was not expecting that outcome after all that they felt like they went out of their way to do for him. Okay. Let's see. What else about Lucas's scandal can y'all tell me? Okay. There's more to come up immediately that I'm seeing. So we have Curiouser and Curiouser. Discovery, weirdness, curiosity, inquiry. Also, we have No Need to Fear. Remember how powerful you are. I do think that Lucas will be fine so far, but we'll see as I get further into the reading. We have Choices, feeling blocked or restrained. And lastly, we have Investigate, look closely, ask questions, and think before acting. I don't think the claims are as serious as they seem to be. I do think his name will eventually be cleared. I am seeing that they're saying, hey, you guys gotta, there's more. You know how they were saying, a lot of people say, the fans have to do the work for the companies to investigate, to find out what's true, what's not. That seems to be the case here. You're more than likely the fans will be able to prove Lucas's innocence on several counts before the company will, if they haven't already done this. And this is, I never thought I would hear this coming out of my mouth, but trust the fans. Trust the fans in this situation. Wow. I never thought I would be saying that, but yeah, trust the fans. Let me see. Okay, I have to make sure this is, that I already used this deck. What is this anyway? Growing up, wanting to grow in experience and rejection of perpetual youth. Yeah. Trust the fans. I feel like with this, first of all, there's going to have to be a time where the fans are going to have to accept that these idols are adults. And in that, because I think where the fans are going to have to, what fans are going to do to save Lucas's ass is have to uncover some truths in order to uncover the lies, right? So some of y'all are going to have to accept that he's an adult and that he do grown folk stuff. Okay? All right. Let me cover some of these. Last oracle. Okay, okay. Okay. I did not put those neat at all. Whatever. We're not here for a neat reading. We're here for the truth. Or what I can bring out. Let's see. What else is there? Hold on. Something is flipped over. It says I can't read the top word, but it says madness, ecstatic ritual, energy release. Yeah, I definitely feel like everything is going to come from the fans, and everybody's going to be running around looking like chickens with their heads cut off, like trying to figure out what's going on, who has the truth, who has the knowledge of what happened, who has the receipts. It's studying, learning, education. Again, it kind of coincides with everything else. That's like, hey, pay attention, be curious, investigate. Because there's more going on here than meets the eye. We have transgression, flaws, contradictions, and mistakes. Lucas did do one or two things. There are like one or two things in there that are absolutely true. And they absolutely did happen. But there are also a lot of false things as well. And last, we have compassion, empathy, sympathy, and kindness. So yeah, Lucas is definitely going to be found publicly guilty for a few things, but outside of that, there are a group. There's just a whole bunch that's just not really true, or fabricated, or you could say exaggerated. Okay. Lucas may release another letter. I think he released a letter of apology already. And he may need release another letter asking for sympathy, compassion. And he may talk about how he's going to grow from things. Also, you know, just also putting some realism in there. And telling fans, you know, not to expect a perfect image from him, but he's going to do his best, or blah, 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 something along those lines. Let's see what else there is. I want to get into... I think I'm going to be using 2 tarot decks again today. I've been using this bad boy recently, so might as well keep going, right? I want to get into what is true. Like, what more of what do I want to know what is true, or do I want to know? Let's get into the nitty gritty. Did Lucas commit SA? This is interesting because it's not a yes, but it's not a no. There's something where it's like there was something that went wrong mutually, at least from what I can see. There was something that went on mutually between both parties, some form of exchange that kind of didn't go well. Like, and I see. Like, I see an initial rejection. I do see a betrayal of some form. Someone letting their guard down. And then I also see something mutual happening. Now, both of my cards are in reverse. And those are no's for me. Where's my... This deck told me he did last time, so I'm going to check again. Oh, they said let it go. They told me to let it go. So I'm going to take it as they don't want me to touch on the subject anymore. Where if Lucas did commit something like that, we're going to leave that to we're going to leave that to Lucas and you know, I guess the police or something, because my card said, hey, don't touch it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. But I also got a lot of questions, or a few questions on Twitter. So I'm going to go ahead and go answer those. But I'm going to use a different deck. Okay. I got this new deck. It's called the Voice of Tarot, the Vox Arcana. I don't know if I think I may have used this once before. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna use it today. Okay. Will Lucas be able to promote in China? So I'm guessing because of everything that's going on, because of everything that's going on already with China, with issues like this, I guess that's where that question is coming from, like with Lucas kind of coming up with a scandal like this, will he be able to promote in China? He will be able to promote in China, but he shouldn't at this time. He would be able to promote, but it would have more negative effects than it would have positive. And a lot more Chinese fans would turn against him at this time. Even Five of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, so he would end up getting in a lot more trouble. He will survive it, but he shouldn't do it. It's not a good risk for him. Do I think he's going to leave the group? Yeah. I see things getting a little bit hectic for him, and him also feeling like, and we have the Justice card in reverse, him also feeling like justice isn't going to be served. He's already painted out to be a criminal, and no one's actually looking into what was really going on. Definitely feeling like he doesn't have a chance, so he more than likely will leave. If he's innocent, and honestly, if he didn't do anything, terrible, besides run these girls' pockets. I hope he stays. But yeah, he's definitely feeling like he's not getting any justice here. He won't get any justice, and that he'll forever be painted with this kind of image. And knowing that that's kind of weighing down on him, he's absolutely thinking about just leaving, and he probably will. The last question that I have on here right now is how are the members feeling about the situation? Wavy and NCT. That is a good question. What are the members' thoughts on the situation? Okay. Number 1 came out. This one's on my arm. And then we have this one here. That is funny. They knew. The girls are like, girl, honestly, NCT and Wavy are kind of like, who did not know that homeboy was high maintenance? So obviously this is true about all that spending that money. They're like, no, they were like, not a single person didn't know he was bad and bougie. You have 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. They were like, who didn't know he was a playboy lover who wanted to be pampered and spoiled? They're like, there's no way you seen NCT, you seen Wavy, you seen and know who Lucas is and did not know that he loves love, loves to be loved and called beautiful, loves to be showered with affection and gifts. They're like, how did y'all not see that? Past that, honestly, I don't see any negative thoughts from either one of them so far. Either group, nothing that's dominantly negative. It's just like, besides the tower. Now we have the tower. They're like, well, I mean, it's probably over for him, but they're like, they don't understand how people miss that. Queen of Swords. And, yeah. They don't, okay, and they too don't really understand, you know, they're like, okay, the public is reacting very negatively to it. Even both groups are like, they're not seeing how that this is going to work. They're like, I don't understand how this is going to work. And also with the Queen of Swords, they're fully aware. They're like, Lucas is not going to stay here and deal with that. They're like, Lucas is not going to deal with it. Lucas is going to leave. Lucas will abandon, you know, everything before staying and dealing with the fact that people, you know, are you know, going to be really pissed at him. They also don't feel, like I said, they don't feel like there's anything that they can do at this point. They're just kind of like, who didn't see that though? Who didn't see him as a playboy? Who did not see him as, you know, someone who wanted to be pampered and showered with affection and gifts? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Let's see if there's anything else to know about this situation. Oh, well. Is Lucas not already in China? Because he definitely gonna be going back. Also, Lucas, not my phone ringing. I apologize for that, y'all. Also, Lucas does get around. Yeah. And he likes, he does get around, and he likes, oh my God. He does get around, and he likes, sorry about that, y'all. He likes people. He just genuinely likes people who showers him with gifts, like who gives him treats and monies and bracelets and rings, and he loves that. He loves that. It is what it is. That's what I'm seeing. I don't really see much of anything else, honestly. I definitely think he'll leave before he sits there and deals with all the rest of it. Any crimes outside of, yeah, Five of Cups. He'd rather abandon it than sit here and deal with the drama. Anything else outside of just being bad and bougie and want to be pampered, I'm not going to get into it because Spirit told me not to. So essay and all of that, we're just going to have to find out via the police investigation if that comes to. Like I said, what I'm seeing so far is trust the fans who I guess are going to prove a majority of his innocence or also even prove his guilt. I'm not sure, but trust the fans. Like I said, that's something rare that I would never, ever saw coming out of my mouth, to be honest. But judging by the cards, it's really up to the fans to prove, to save Lucas. It's up to the fans to save Lucas, pretty much. And anything else that he may have done, you know, that's on him to rectify. But to prove his innocence for things that he didn't commit, it's really up to the fans whether Lucas is going to be saved or not. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I look forward to your comments, your thoughts, your opinions. And I hope to see you guys again next time in the Lion's Den. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, on Tumblr, and check out my Patreon for all of the exclusive Patreon videos, or even join the membership. That members get all of the same videos that I release on Patreon. So go ahead and, you know, check it out if you want. Yeah, bye guys.